Hey YouTube, Kira Qualia here, bringing you all my Cardfight Vanguard Grandpa Triumph Dragon deck profile for August 2025. From the new Festival Booster 2025 set, we have Koro cards that work with the actual start deck units. We have cards for Triumph Dragon, Cristianos, Marlene, you name it, plenty of different units that work in correspondence with the Koro units, with this deck being Triumph Dragon collabing with Grandpa from the Koro series. So, very awesome deck where now user of Triumph Dragon Grandpa is our main go-to Vanguard, and Triumph Dragon is actually sitting on the sidelines as a rear guard to use in this deck. So, a very crazy deck that actually sparked me to look back into Triumph Dragon to build. So, definitely happy with this new playstyle and new setup of the deck. So let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So go ahead and get started with the ride deck. We have the energy generator as usual. Our starter is Heated Blade Dart. When rode upon, if you want second, draw a card. Our grade 1 is Roaring Flame Beast, Carolior. When rode upon by Roaring Thunder Beast, Keaton Rons, you can Energy Blast 2 and draw a card. So it makes use of the energy generator, which is what the start decks were meant to do, just sort of introduce you on how to use the energy generator. And with our grade 2 being Roaring Thunder Beast, Keaton Rons, when rode upon by a grade 3 with Triumph Dragon and its card name, you may call this card to rear guard. If you did not, you may energy charge 3. So if you have the units to call out, you can save on calling this card out, giving you more energy to use for your other abilities. And when it's called out on the guard circle, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Triumph Dragon and its card name, this unit gets plus 10,000 shield, which the name Triumph Dragon will still be relevant for the deck because our grade 3 is user of Triumph Dragon Grandpa. So Triumph Dragon is still in the name of our grade 3 Vanguard. So we can still gain all of the abilities of our rear guards that say if you have a Vanguard with Triumph Dragon, thanks to our grade 3 that we're using. With the additional copies of the Vanguard, running 3 more in the main deck as well, because this card does have the Persona Ride power. On Vanguard, all your other grade 3 units get intercept and plus 5,000, giving additional power to our Triumph Dragon, thanks to that. And on the Vanguard circle, once per turn, you can counterblast 1, discard a card from your hand, choose a grade 3 card from your drop, call it to rear guard. If you called Roaring Thunder Dragon Triumph Dragon, this unit gets triple drive until end of turn. So this is the added bonus of being able to call Triumph Dragon to the rear guard circle with this deck, because then you have the triple drive pressure of your Vanguard, and on the Vanguard, at the end of the battle, this unit attacked a Vanguard, or this unit attack, you choose a Roaring Thunder Dragon Triumph Dragon on your rear guard, say I stand up, and stand that unit, and it gets plus 10 to the end of turn. So you just have the 4 attack option thanks to user of Triumph Dragon Grandpa actually yelling at the card to restand on the Vanguard circle. So it just makes for a fun and consistent way to change up how you play the actual Triumph Dragon deck. And for the additional grade 3s, we're running 4 copies of Roaring Thunder Dragon, Triumph Dragon. So originally this was the main go-to Vanguard, now on the sidelines as a rear guard, but it's the one that you call out with Grandpa to be able to give your Vanguard triple drive, and then the option to just restand this unit after attacks for an easy, just once per turn restand just by saying I stand up. No counterblasts, no needed. You just have to say I stand up, and this rear guard will stand up. Very, very funny deck to play, that's for sure. We're still running the 4 copies of Straff Command Dragon just for when it's placed on rear guard if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard Triumph Dragon, which once again we do because it's in the name user of Triumph Dragon Grandpa. So we can still run Straff Command Dragon, counterblast 1, draw a card, and when it attacks, Soul Blast 1 till the end of that battle, and this unit gets plus 5,000. If a grade 3 or greater card with Triumph Dragon and its card name with Soul Blast, it gets critical plus 1, and we can do that with the Persona Ride consistency of the deck. We can have our Straff Command Dragon still get the critical plus. The good majority of the deck is still the same. We're just running the additional cards to work with the Grandpa lineup as well. And also for the grade 2s, 4 copies of Demonic Dragon Berserker Jokushu. When it's placed on rear guard, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Triumph Dragon and its card name, put another rear guard into the soul, draw a card, and energy charge 1. Just recovering some of your energy blast. And from the front row rear guard, once per turn, when any player's unit is retired or stood by the ability of your Vanguard with Triumph Dragon and its card name, Soul Blast 1, and all your front row units get plus 5 to end of turn, which works well with Grandpa, because once again, we'll say the I stand up our Roaring Thunder Dragon on the rear guard. Then all we have to do is Soul Blast 1, and our front row gets +5, so we have the additional pressure for our front row units to then be able to attack thanks to this card. And also, we are running the 2 for the rest of the grade 2s, 2 copies of our Drag Ritter Rashad. During your turn, if you have a grade 3 Grade Vanguard Triumph Dragon in its card name, it gets +5,000 for each of your opponent's rear guards retired this turn. And if you have a grade 3 Grade Vanguard Triumph Dragon, all your opponent's rear guards in the same column as this cannot move to the guard circle, so it just inhibits the intercept option for your opponent, and then the added power for each open rear guard circle of your opponent as well. Our grade 1s, we have the new grade 1 called Werebolt Dragon. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Grandpa or Triumph Dragon in its card name, this card gets all the following. When it's placed on rear guard, counter +1, look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose the 1 grade 3 or greater normal unit from among them, reveal it, put it into your hand, shuffle the deck. If you do not reveal a card, counter charge 1. So you have plenty of search. You have Straff Command, Triumph Dragon, and then Grandpa to be able to add off of this 1 grade 1. And at the end of the battle, this unit boosted a rear guard if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, and this is the first battle of that turn. Soul Blast 1, retire this unit, choose one of your front row rear guards, stand it, and it gets +5 to end a turn. So then you have another restand option in the deck, just being able to have it be the first battle as well. So depending on the guard you go for, all you need is the Soul Blast cost to be able to then restand that unit again to attack once more also. We run the 4 copies of Drag Gritter Amena for this card. When it's placed on rear guard, choose a grade 3 grade card with Triumph Dragon and its card name from your drop. You may put it on the bottom of the deck. If you chose a card, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 card with Straff Command and its card name from among them. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle the deck. And then if you put a card into the hand, you choose a card from your hand, discard it, and this unit gets +2. So it's just a way to recycle our Grandpa Triumph Dragons back into the deck to then be able to research again with other cards we run in the deck also, and also search out the other Straff Command cards. So then you can search out Triumph Dragon with our other cards, and then use this card to search for Straff Command by recycling our Grandpa Triumph Dragons. The 4 copies of our Battle Monk of Thunderclaps Zenshin, just another recycle card as well for our grade 3 Grandpa Triumph Dragon, or even the original Triumph Dragon, because once again it is a rear guard that can be placed back on the bottom of the deck to recycle as well. And then choosing one of our opponent's rear guards and retire it. If you do not retire a card, you draw a card. So draw power on top of the recycle power to use as well. Just another grade 1 option, since most of the time our front row is going to be filled with cards like Straff Command and the original Triumph Dragon. And then the 1 copy of Construct Golem, just as a card to call out if we don't have the same name on the rear guard, by when your grade 3 or grade Vanguard Triumph Dragon is placed. So from the drop, just calling this card out. And when at the end of the battle, this unit boosted a unit with Straff Command. With this card name, if you do not countercharge, you can put this unit into the soul and countercharge 1, which then it just helps with the full circle, because then you can Soul Blast it, set it up in the drop, call it out again when your grade 3 Vanguard with Triumph Dragon is placed during the ride phase for the Persona ride. So then you just have this consistent callback power thanks to this card. With the rest of our grade 1s being the 4 Sentinels, just the Flames Manju. It can be Elementary Sanctitude as one of the spots if you wish as well for this card. With the trigger lineup, we're going with the 8 critical for more pressure with our triple drive from Grandpa. So 8 total, and then the ability 1, Burning Flail Dragon. Our next one is the draw spot, because we still need a little more hand consistency, so this card definitely does help with that. And the added guard power, the 4 Dino Breeze for the heals of choice, just with the generics, and our over trigger being Drag Veda, having the triple drive option with Grandpa with this card for being able to call out, and then having this card just have triple drive till the end of turn. You can hit for triple drive, restand, and then hit again for triple drive. It's just immense pressure if you reveal the Drag Veda as your over trigger. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed. A very interesting deck. Like I said, it sparked my interest again in the Triumph Dragon deck, so I'm definitely interested in looking into the other start decks and how they work with the new Coral support from the Festival Booster 2025 as well. And as always, until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and Kira Qualia out.